HighDef, and yeah, just thought I'd do a video of me faffing around with the automation exporter for BeamNG, and made this beast. It's not quite what it seems though. Nearly 12,000 RPM rev limiter. That's because it is the smallest engine I can make. Yeah, it's a 3-cylinder 300cc, or 297cc to be exact. And I knew it would be slow, but I wanted to make it fast. So it's 2002 based. Everything's light, fiberglass body. I didn't go for anything carbon fiber, just with a reasonable lightweight everything. Alloy wheels, not magnesium. Yeah, she pumps out 39 horsepower. Yeah, let's take it for a rip. Definitely sounds a bit more like a V6 or a straight 6. But that's because it's dual overhead cam, I guess. It's thumping. Yes, 44 miles per hour. Let's see. Not exactly what it seems. It's an S2000 with a Reliant engine. Worse. Reliants aren't this fast. The Reliants are the three-wheeler, the British cars. They're prone for falling over if you've ever seen Top Gear. So yeah, I mean this thing's great, but I put a geared limited slip differential in, which was a mistake I found now, because every time you go into a corner it does stick. But where the diff locks slightly, it completely restricts the engine from revving any higher until you straighten out again. I'll try and illustrate that. So accelerate and turn. Oh no, it's going too fast. Bad driving. Here it's sort of null off the rise of the revs, like that. So, I'll let the car do the talking. So I mean, yeah, this thing is fun, but needs a little bit more power, so I thought maybe we could boost it. Burn out, I think it will a bit. Only because first gear goes to 20 miles an hour. Barely makes it then. I'm not going to really be focusing on crashing these cars, because if you've ever tried crashing these cars, you'll know they don't look great. They look more like Russian mods when you mangle them up. Might not be able to see. Oh yeah, we'll get stuck in a tree. Yeah, it's kind of good, but bad way to show it off. But yeah, okay. So yes, time for a turbo, I think. See what difference it can make. Okay. So here are the stats for the Valiant Folical. Thought I'd name it that since it kind of suits. 295cc, beg your pardon. They are 50cc bore, 50mm bore, 50mm stroke. So they are absolutely tiny. So we are going to add some forced induction. Let's have a little look. How do you play this game? Oh. Don't worry, I'm a little bit experienced. So right, we have to remember the turbos in this game currently are 80s tech. Even though this is a 2002 car, we'll just use it as a little tuner thing, so not like a mass-produced kind of turbo, just something like a bolt-on from eBay. Okay, so what do we want? Let's start with fuel economy setup. So it just pushes up the mid-range, I think is the intention of that. So stop the knock-in, reduce the compression because our RON is way too high. We're running 98, Super 98, and yeah, we need to lower that down. Common practice for adding a turbo to a car. Stick 2 head gaskets in there so you lower the compression. It's not the right way, but you can do it, I think, like that. And there we go. A bit too much. Okay, so we haven't gained anything. I should have made a clone, actually. It was so slow, I'm not really fussed. So we have gained a whole hell of a lot of mid-range. So maybe we could tune that to mid-high. So if we look at the flow bench, we can see, yeah, we can make these a bit bigger. So it's a bigger turbine. Oh, look at that. Wow, yeah, almost up to where it was. I think the reason it had the power it did is because it was so high revving and so high compression. So now we're just going about it from another way, which means all that high-end power is gone. This is the, I think this is the size of the inlet. Probably wrong, but yeah, more of that means more boost. Especially later boost. What's the fuel doing? We're knocking again. Let's take down the ignition timing actually. You can adjust the excuse me, the RON by using the ignition timing. But really you want to optimize your ignition timing to specify whereabouts in the rev range you want the optimal throttle response to be. And seeing as we're turbocharging this, we don't need all these revs. Let's pop it down to 9.5, I think. Sorry about my croaky voice, 'tis the season. Okay, oh, that's looking a lot better. Right, where are we here? Okay, let's go down a bit more. Let's do a nice 75. Pop the compression back up a touch. Go down again with that to tune it. Okay, so it's looking better, but not a lot better. But hey, we'll start small, eh? We'll maybe move on to things gradually bigger and bigger. Right, so now we for exhaust is about perfect, I think. Oh, get an extra horsepower. If we widen it, well, that's normal for a turbo as well. You don't have to worry about the airflow anywhere near as much when the exhaust flow goes through a turbine. So really, it doesn't matter. It would just make it a bit louder and probably a bit better flow. So anyway, let's do a couple more turbo adjustments, I think. Maybe make the compressor a bit bigger. When I use this, I like to occasionally go bonkers, but really most of the time it's most fun for me to make things that are quantifiable or, you know, reasonable. I like to make the odd race car, but not very often. I like my nuggets. But yeah, to drive I'm using control pads, so that's only really when I'm driving the slower cars. If we're going on to something a bit faster, then I'll jump onto the old race rig with the steering wheel and pedals and whatnot. But yeah, with the little nuggets, it's not really much point. It's comfy on my sofa. Oh yeah, let's add a bit more boost. Let's make it £12. That'll ruin the RON. Totally forgot to put this in. Right, where are we now? Way too much compression. I was thinking 10.4. That is rather high. Let's go back down on that. Probably be about 8. Oh no, 9. Let's go up there and then a bit more time in. Oops. Okay. I 50 horsepower. Look at that. That's 11 horsepower increase. Wow. We are really pushing the boundaries. Still thinks it's underpowered. Will it like a bit more fuel, or is it going to whinge at me? That is, to be honest, a very rich mixture, even for a small engine, I think. Okay. Another tap of compression. One more after. Oh, can we get another? Generally, you want the compression higher, as high as you can get it, but you'll have to battle with things like airflow and timing and cam profile, fuel mixture. It'll all. I think really that all those other things will quantify where this will end up. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, this it's still a big learning curve. Even though I've been making cars on here for years now, it's definitely not something you can just pick up and go with. But do watch the videos that KillRob, one of the developers, puts up on his channel. He is great at explaining things and he does playthroughs and things. KillRob Plays is his channel name. I'll probably put a link, or I might forget. Okay, so turbocharged, a bit more wallet. Oh, we could probably open the exhaust another notch. Has that helped? No. We've got slightly more there. We keep it closed off. What else did we want to do? What was I thinking of doing? Oh yes, I'm going to take the diff, I think, because it's kind of slowing us down. Just go for an open diff. It's not like we can do two-wheel burnouts for more than 2 meters anyway. Okay. Can we squeeze a bit more? No, we've got some more power now. That was all it would do before, 84 miles an hour, and then BeamNG it would only do, I think it was 71. Not good. That looks better. Spacing, yeah, that was alright. All this terminal oversteer, I don't get any of that. It's far too slow. I have no idea how it thinks that's that bad. Quick tune of the suspension, because the turbo weighs a little bit, I guess. What should we do? Strengthen the front springs. No, that didn't help. Maybe a bit more camera on the front. Oh, 99. I'm looking at sportiness here. No, that was right. Almost looks about where it wants to be. Oh crikey, no it doesn't. These two, as the car goes over a bump, this is bump, front and the rear wheels. And this is the suspension travel. Ideally you want these to match up after here. You want them to sync together, as I shall now attempt to demonstrate. Wrong way. Tooltip's a bit in the way. So nearly there. That's kind of what I mean. If they were like opposite, like they were, it would be pretty uncomfortable. So hopefully that'll help. How are we doing on height? Does it look alright? If it looks right, it's probably right. That's what they say. No bottoming out. That's what we need to look for mostly. Go down a little bit more. Sod it. Okay. Nobody wants to buy it apart from Track Budget, apart from they don't really like it that much. Because it's so slow. I think Gazmere at least. Let's see what the Ferrinians think. No chance at all. Yeah. Oh, light sport budget in Headtracking. It's the first time I've nearly got that right. Moaning about oversteer. Yeah. Okay, so LED, lower RPMs, and lower compression, that's for sure. And a turbocharger. Let's try it out. Oops, just realised We don't want a journal ball bearing turbo. No, 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 no. We want a decent and actual turbo, please. Didn't tune this either, did I? Pillock. Let's make this a bit smaller, since it's adding a lot of weight that just isn't needed for a 50 horsepower build. When does it start wanting to drop? So our weight changing, our overall weight. Yes, just slightly. Oh no, it's considerably dropping. Oh, we're gaining a bit of power because the air is flowing more like quickly, because it's not having to fill a huge space with little pressure. There we go. Let's keep it. Oh yeah, see that pulled out the torque curve a little bit. That's good, good, good. Okay, so are you going to try and squeeze a bit more? No, no, no. Let's just do it. That's plenty enough. Right. Okay, we are back. We have a turbo charger, 3 cylinder. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, glad we spotted the turbo bits we missed, like the ball bearingness of it. It's quite important because that increased our power band in the mid-range considerably. A different tone, nice. Gotta love the exporter, even though it's still early days. It's so fun. If you didn't know, they are updating the exporter in the next 2 or 3 months with full engine thermos or engine thermals of some description, and also the ability to put tow hitches on. Yes! So we can really not only test how quick our vehicles will overheat, but also maximise that risk by loading them up with a trailer with a rock that weighs 5 tons on it. Hooray. As if we wouldn't want to do that. Okay, let's drive. And the rev limiter is considerably lower now. Right off the bat. Still pretty slow, but definitely got some pickup. There's the boost. Oh, I think it actually handles better now without the geared LSD. It's pretty nimble. Feels like once you start turning in, there isn't a limit you suddenly get to, and it just kind of freezes at that angle. Not freezes, but won't turn anymore. And as I was saying, it also restrains the engine from revving. I have a better chance now, but open diff was the right way to go. It's quite light, so it's not a big issue. Remember to change gear. Right, let's have some fun with this then. Crash as I say that. It's to everybody that decides to have fun in their car. Just to crash. Routes here that look fun. One wheel, it was pretty much built. We don't care. It's got 53 horsepower. It's not like anybody was looking at doing a burnout anyway. Short now, I think. I can do with. Maybe I should stop using first gear. That's probably the way about it. Where are those stairs in the pizza delivery? I think I want to drive this thing down those. Here and there. First gear. We see them, we see them. She's certainly quite fun around town. Where it would end though, a bit like my Chinese scooter. It's brilliant when you need to go below lower than 30 miles an hour. But after that, you are a sitting duck. Lorries and buses and trains. Lions and tigers and bears. So I think I'm in the minority that use, when using a gamepad, I still use clutch and gears, always. I haven't got, I turn on the clutch aid when I'm using the pad though, because sometimes it can just get frustrating when you're changing gear and for whatever reason the button, even though I've got an official controller that's not that old, an Xbox One, and it's still, you hold the button sometimes and nothing happens. So yeah, I use the clutch aid with a pad, but the majority of the time I just by habit clutch when I change. You can also use heel and toe technique with buttons as well, like that. Yeah, that was very steep. So we do a top speed run. Let's go for a straight road. Need about 100 yards. There's the highway. Alright, this isn't dead straight, but I think it'll be straight enough for the speeds we'll be doing. This is part of the Island Tour time trial route that comes with this map, which I've been trying to do a lot since it came out. It's a really great route, but it's so difficult to go around at speed and not crash. I was trying a lot in the new Autabella. Trying for hours. And I still couldn't get around one lap. If I went slow I could do it, but that now can you? Especially not with the wheel and pedals. 81, going downhill, come on. Turbo, let's go. 85 for a second, but basically it. I'll just say an automation 90, 93. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, bang. Oh. Sorry. Well, cool little car. Shame that shame that it couldn't prove that there's more to engine capacity, but you know the saying, there's no replacement for displacement. And it's true, because this thing is pathetic.